All right, so what are we doing today, dude?
Closing a pool.
That's right. We're gonna close a pool. So let's go ahead and get started here. Okay, first thing you want to do, you want to make sure that the water level is down. Make sure it's down below the skimmer or down below the return if you don't have a plug for the return. Then you want to remove anything from in the pool. This is a sprinkler system. Get the basket out. All this stuff out. That way nothing cracks or breaks when the ice freezes. Alright. So another thing you can do is also hook up a hose to your return line if you want to drain your pool pretty quick. So go ahead and run that over that way. Alright, these are kind of hard to see, but I actually wrote in pen so we know where we're at. You want to put it on backwash, and that way it'll also clean your sand out before you close it, and then also kick out the rest of the water to get it down below the level that you need it at. Okay, what we're doing here, we're putting our pump in because when you have the backwash on and the water starts getting lower on the skimmer, it's not able to pump the water because there's not enough. So you got to use another pump to get it. We have the pump in over here, draining the pool down, getting the water out. And you need to get it below the skimmer or below your return line if you don't have a plug for your return line. A lot of times with the older sand filters and stuff, it fades on everything and where it needs to go. So you just go ahead and write on Sharpie or pen, you know, the different things that you need, so you know where everything is to store it and use it. Okay, so while that's draining down, we can go ahead and start doing some stuff to this. We can go ahead and remove the sight glass, and we can clean that out really quick. Alright, so cleaned it out, and what we want to do, we want to open this up. Clean that out really quick. Alright, so there's a plug in the bottom here. You want to take this plug out. And then sometimes you have another plug that's with your actual pump. This one doesn't have it, it just has the one plug there. Go ahead and put your basket back in. And put your sight glass, put the plug in there. That way when you go to open it next year, all your stuff is in here. Always make sure your unit's unplugged before you start going and messing with everything too. And then you want to go ahead and remove your sand filter cap here. And once again, you want to take this plug, put it in the basket, that way you know where it's at. And let that drain out. You can remove your PSI gauges. You don't have to, but you can if you want. If you have quick disconnects, then you can go ahead and undo these. And then open that back up. We're not going to do this one yet because the water's not down on the return. Otherwise, we just have the water gushing out here. Okay, the next thing you're going to do, if you got a brand new tarp, you want to go ahead and thread the wire all the way through all the loops on it. All you're gonna do is loop it through the entire, start at one end and loop it through the entire tarp all the way back to the other side. And make sure you get every grommet. That way it holds on there good. All right, next thing you wanna add is your chemicals. Do 2 shots and an algicide. This is 2 ounces for every 5,000 gallons. So we're gonna put a decent amount in there. Okay, so now we got the 2 lines disconnected going to the pump and sand filter. We got the bottom nut taken out so that will drain, so if there's water in there it'll come out through here, nothing will hold in there. Want to go ahead and put it on winterize, that way all the valves are open. Got the cord up off the ground, we took the sight glass out, and we took off the drain plug for the sand filter, so any water in here is going to come out down through here and it won't crack or break over the winter time. And put the cap back on here, and it's closed and all your parts are in there so you know where they're at. Let's go ahead and put the chemicals in. Here, come here, dude. Okay, just check the wire, make sure it's tight, and then check all the way around, make sure it's underneath your caps and everything, and it's secure to the pool. And then throughout the winter, you may have to check it with snow and ice and stuff like that. May need to just give it a couple turns, tighten it up a little bit, but that's about it. All right, so everything's disconnected. Got the chemicals in the pool, water's down. Got the cover on. Got all the drain plugs, everything out of there. And you should be all set for your winterization. So, like I said before, just double check your tarp and make sure that it's tight throughout the winter, because when the weight gets put on or rain and stuff, it'll pull it, and it's just good just to check it and make sure it's tightened up. So that's it for now. So make sure to like, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.
See ya.